So we have identified, or we've established that it was not your destiny to to find the Comedy Store and start out on this path of becoming a stand-up. But you find yourself at the Comedy Store. You have the guy talk you into finally trying it. How does that start out? Like, what is your how do you write your first joke? How do you get on stage for the first time?
Horrible.
How do you what is that story?
I did it the first time with all of my idiot college hubris and psychedelic, quote, wisdom. I'm going to reinvent the wheel, baby. No one will have seen anything like this before. It'll be like lo-fi comedy, real fucking crazy, man. I basically got up there and just babbled. I didn't know what I fucking said. But I got off stage, and Eleanor, my friend Eleanor at the time, I hated her guts. She's a waitress there. And she looks at me and goes, "Hey, Duncan." I'm like, "Yeah?" She goes, "I don't know what that was, but it wasn't comedy." Oh, that's why that place is great, because that's exactly what I needed to hear.
Yeah.
I need it. Thank God she said that to me. Thank God nobody was like, "Dude, you're reinventing the wheel." I needed like somebody with a thick Philadelphia accent to tell me that was shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, man, it was not like, you hear people like my first set was it was incredible. No way, man. I ate shit, man. I was not funny and I was lazy, and like what happened is I got real lucky, which is I had seen Willie Tyler and Lester on stage. They're like an old school kind of like ventriloquist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying they. It's one person and a puppet. But so I liked watching him because there was something so mournful about him. Like he seemed like he was a time traveler from like after everything's been blown up or AI destroys everything, and he was a time traveler that knew there was no hope. He's like, "I'll just do a ventriloquist act," and because he just seemed so sad, like his soul was sad. And I just thought it was so funny, especially around Christmas. He would sing with that puppet, and it was this mournful song about friends that we lost along the way. And it was not funny, but it was so poignant. And so, but I'm watching him harmonize with the puppet. And, I'm just like thinking, I wonder what other stuff he has on a CD, like that is like pre-recorded. And I'm standing next to this comic and he's watching, his mouth is just like, oh, and he goes, "Now he's a genius. How can he do two voices at the same time?" And that a light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, oh my God, people think he's really harmonious. You
can't, yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
Unless you had like an extra set of vocal cords installed, or you like had a Walkman shoved down your throat. That isn't going to happen. So as soon as I got home, I went on eBay to look up the most satanic looking fucking ventriloquist puppet I could find. I'm like, I'm going to do a satanic ventriloquist doll act. And all I knew about it was at the end, I'm going to fucking like get possessed by the doll and harmonize with the doll, but it'll be like deeply satanic.
Yeah.
And people loved it. That was the beginning of Lil Hobo.
So that was that was one of your first things that like got you.
That one started working, man. I went out there and did this whole thing about how my grandfather passed away, and then like he left me this puppet, and and like we were gonna bury the puppet with him at his funeral, which was a couple days away, and I just wanted to give him one last chance on stage. And up until that point, the puppet had been kind of like a puppet. But then right when I say we're going to bury him with my grandfather, he kind of wakes up for a second. And then somewhere along the act, he's like, "What do you mean you're going to bury me with somebody I just killed?" I'm like, "You killed my grandfather?" Anyway, like, "I offered his soul to the Dark Lord, and that's exactly what I'm going to do to you." And then I would get possessed, and it freaked people out. And I think Rogan saw that. Rogan happened to be in the back of the room and saw me do that. I get off stage. He gives me a big hug, and he's like, you want to go out on the road with me? And he just wanted to horrify his audience. He just wanted to like do a satanic puppet act in front of his audience to freak them out. And so I would like basically eat shit up into Lil Hobo and then do the puppet act. And yeah, and so again, just another stroke of good fortune, which is Rogan happened to see me do the puppet.
Yeah.
And it started taking me out way before I should have been going out, like featuring.
Were you guys friends already, or he just saw you around work basically?
Well, because I was the talent coordinator, and
he
would call, and like we would have these like hours. We would do this is before he had a podcast, so we would just talk about DMT and psychedelics and crazy shit, and it was just so funny. It just seemed like any of my other stoner friends, and like we would just talk and. We got to be friends. I think he was relieved to see that I was funny. And then, he just started taking me on the road with him. And, but that wasn't like that still, I'm featuring for him, but that doesn't mean anything. And then like got engaged to somebody who was on TV, and she's great. And thank God it didn't work out. But then basically I'm homeless, like essentially. I mean, I could move home with my mom, I guess. And I tell Joe, and he's like, move in with me. Why don't you come move in with me? Ended up living with Rogan for, I don't remember how long. Probably seemed longer to him than it did to me. But he was so cool. He was like, he was like, you have full access to all my weed and my float tank.
You're like, that's all I need.
Yeah.
I don't even need a bedroom.
But then like he would like, we would have dinner, and he would like, but he was, he is a sensei sort of. And he would like have these serious talks with me, kind of like trying to snap me out of my bullshit.
Yeah.
And like that, it was really cool. Something that's cool about him is like, something that's wonderful is he won't put like, he's just not going to put up with bullshit. Like if he starts identifying something, it's like, it's very inspirational kind of. And so that really kind of woke me up. And I just basically ended up, but that didn't, if we're going to end whatever this is in a way that like puts something of a bow on it. I ended up in a sublet in Atwater Village with no money. Another breakup had happened. I had broken up. Natasha Leggere and I had parted ways, and we had a podcast together. And so she didn't want to keep doing that podcast, which is called The Lavender Hour. And so I'm in a sublet in Atwater Village and start the Duncan Trussell Family Hour. But this was real now, because that was like, there's no one was going to help me, man. Like I was fucked. Like I'm in a sublet. I have no money. Like I am doomed if I don't make something work. And so I started going to Costco and printing out pictures of my puppet, Lil Hobo. Someone had painted this awesome picture of me and Lil Hobo. And I was like, let me sell these. They wanted me to autograph it, or I don't remember what it was. I came up, they were very kind and let me start selling them. Start selling these Lil Hobo posters. Started selling some merch. Then I started making money off my podcast. Couldn't believe it. Damn. Got some ads. Holy shit. But it only happened when all safety nets were gone, when there was no hope. Yeah. And then it got real. And when it got real, that's when my brain started putting pieces together. Like no more sleeping late, no more fucking off, no more pretending that you're doing something when you're not. I had to really make it work. Like it took my back being completely against the wall, a desperate situation.